the last unit of this term. I am sure you learned a lot of stuff in this term itself, and I'm sure there's a lot of learning awaiting you in the next two terms. So let's go into today's unit and let's see what it has for us. Recreation. All of us are busy with life. Parents are busy with work. Children busy with studies, exams. Even parents study sometimes and they have exams too. All of us need some kind of a break. So let's see what is recreation. Recreation means it is something that we do as a leisure time, and what we do in it is we do something different from our routine work. Like moms will take off from work, maybe go for a little shopping or go visit her parents or go visit her friends or her sisters. Dads can just take a break and visit his family or his friends. Children, we keep away our books, only watch some TV, eat some ice cream or things like that. So small things that we spend time in, that is not our normal work. Recreation is the leisure time that we spend in that is not our routine work, and while we spend time in this leisure activity, we are relaxing or we are unwinding. Okay, so that is called recreation. Everybody needs some kind of a recreation, and everybody has some kind of recreation that recreates them or recreates. So what do they recreate? It recreates our energy, it recreates our mind to think more clear, because after exams, you know, so much of learning, you might just feel like just relax and just listen to some music. That can recreate your mind or recharge your mind. So when you think of recreation, you can think of it like a kind of recharge. So we discussed that there are millions of people on this earth. So millions of people equals millions of recreation methods. Each person has something small or big to just unwind and relax themselves. Today, let's see what are the most common ones. The most common ones are, number one, we switch on that button and we see the world in it. Yes, it's the TV. Some people listen to music. Some people have hobbies like knitting and sewing. Our grandparents will be either knitting or sewing. Some people are painting. Wow. And then there are other hobbies like going for a fair or going to movies. Yes, not just watching the TV. Sometimes people enjoy the movies. Then games. Yes, games are also a kind of recreation. Going on a holiday. So these are the various kind of recreations that are very commonly seen. But like we discussed, each person has their own form of relaxation. You know why I said each person has their own form of relaxation is because for some people, just having a cup of tea will actually relax them. It can charge them up for the rest of the evening. For example, moms, they'll just get back from their offices, come home, just drink a cup of chai, and then it refreshes them to do the rest of the evening's work. So that is a small way of relaxation. But recreation is a little more wider. That means you take time to do these activities which will really recharge you. So let's take a look at what are the different forms of recreation. So what does recreation do to us? It will relax our minds, relax our bodies, and recharge us for the work that is ahead of us. So today we will focus on games in particular as our recreation. There are different types of games. They are commonly called as indoor and outdoor. Indoor are the ones we play at home or inside a stadium, and then outside what we play is called as outdoors, in our playground, in the school playgrounds or in our colony playgrounds, but it extends more than that. Outdoor games like cricket, football, tennis, hockey, all these are are national games too, right? And even chess, indoor game, is also a national game. There are so many games these days that have gone to the national level. You know, our country is represented by such good sports people where they go and win gold medals, etc. Yes, so indoor games is like a vast topic in which we can find so many types of games. Even Olympics is part of it, right? So that is the outdoor games and indoor games for you. Okay, so now the outdoor games, as we think about it, we see every child in our nation, almost everyone has played cricket in some form or another, be it neighborhood cricket or in their school team, somewhere they have played cricket. Then football, then volleyball, basketball. These games are all very important, and these games are chosen as an occupation by people. So in the previous unit we learnt that occupation is when somebody does a work to earn money for their livelihood. But here we see that games are also an occupation. So what do these sports people do? They earn their livelihood, which is important as we live on this earth, but more importantly, they represent our country. They make our country proud by going and playing the best game and winning medals or winning trophies or winning the positions, the first position or second position, all right? Okay, so today on your screen you can see some very famous and well-known personalities. Yes, there is Virat Kohli for cricket, there is Sania Mirza for tennis, there is Saina Nehwal for badminton, and then there is for hockey, then there is Vishwanath Anand for chess. So many known faces you can see on your screen. They have made our country proud. Team games. So what are team games? All the outdoor games and indoor games can also be under team games. Like for Scrabble or caroms, you can have teams, but they are of 2s and 3s. But the outdoor games have more of a chance for team games. Like kabaddi, we have teams. Cricket, we have teams. Then hockey, we have teams. So team games are when there are two teams competing against each other. And how does it help? Team games are very important even for us in school. Do you know that when sports happens in your schools, you all are divided into different houses? Remember? How does team game help us? One is it helps us to learn about cooperation, working with each other. And then second thing is when we work together and put our ideas and skills and creativity together, we function better as a team. And then the third thing is we learn to follow the leader. Yes. So these are the three things that help us by doing team games. The next topic is sports as an occupation. Many people in our country, very famous personalities, have chosen sports as their occupation. Now we learnt in the previous unit that occupation is a work by which one person will earn money for his livelihood, right? Now sports or the games is a occupation in our country. That's nice because they get to earn their own money and they also represent our country and make our country proud with their achievements. So on your screens you can see those famous personalities who have made our country famous because of their occupation. You can see the cricketers, you can see the footballers, the hockey players, the tennis players, all of these famous personalities are on your screen. Benefits of playing games. There are so many benefits that we've already seen, like it improves your physical activity, physical energy, mental attention span, mental creativity, all this is increased. And then also the games bring people together. It brings nations together. All the Olympics and all these kinds of games bring different nations together. In fact, you must have heard of games that even cater to people who are differently abled. See, even they have a chance to show their abilities and creativity on these kind of big game platforms. What does games do to us? In the olden days, most of the children used to be on the playgrounds or playing on the trees, and all the time the kids were playing outside. They were playing hopscotch or coco or some kind of other kind of outdoor games. But these days we have too many options of video games and TV and all those things, so we don't go out much and play. So that kind of leads us to a lot of laziness, and also the lack of exercise leads to obesity and also a lot of illnesses that are related to it. So the opposite is better. Good exercise and activity is better than all these illnesses and obesity and all those things. So the benefit of games is it keeps us healthy as well and brings people together, brings families together. We can play a board game in the evening when all the family members are back home, and it's such a relaxing time. We play, we bring out the competition in each of us, and then we relax and unwind, and also we see the creativity in each other. We get to learn more about our family members, and we have a good time laughing. So it really is a good thing to have some kind of a games that is part of us. You can even have a game night in a week so that your family members can all unwind. Yes, so games are very important part of our lives. Just like food, water, good rest and sleep, exercises, games are very, very important to all of us. I hope you learned that recreation is important for all of us, because the proverb says, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So recreation is very important to all of us. So next time you have too much to study, too much to do, remember to take a break, unwind, relax, which will recharge you and make you do the activities in much more vigor, much more speed, and with more ideas. So remember to have some kind of recreation. That brings us to the end of this unit.